Narcissist, Seduction, Episode 19. "15 minutes later, Ian Wynne and Ashleigh were in Ashleigh's X5, heading to Wynne's house. He had waited by the car and had ended up crouched down by it when he saw one of Ashleigh's assistants come walking by. Thankfully, the area that he was stood in was badly lit, and she did not see him waiting. That would have got tongues wagging, especially since the assistant knew Peter. "You were chatting to Sally for a while?" remarked Ashleigh as she drove. "Yes, first time I've seen her since I left the bank." "Is it really? Did you not keep in touch?" "Oh, I spoke to her on the phone a couple of times, the odd email, you know." "What did she have to say?" "She was asking me about Eurobank. I think she's probably looking for a job with me." "Would you take her?" "I like her, but no. I have an excellent secretary now." "I see." "She was talking about her dad mainly. He hasn't been well. He's been in and out of hospital. Obviously, it's got her worried." "Yes, understandable. Stephen says you're doing well at the bank." "That's good of him. He thinks highly of you. He's a top bloke. We used to play in the centre of defence at football together. He was a little more mobile than me," laughed Wynne. "I would have liked to have seen you play football. I like the game." "Ah, well, we'll have to go to a match sometime. My team, of course, not that shower you support," he teased. She slapped him playfully on the arm. They reached his house just after 8:30 p.m, and they went straight to bed. Their love-making was vigorous and energetic. They talked about the evening in between rounds, and Wynne had missed lying in bed with someone he cared about, and just enjoying talking to one another. He did notice that Ashleigh never liked to be held after they made love, nor did she try and hold him. He asked her why, and she commented that she always felt too hot afterwards and needed to cool off. He accepted her explanation, but did find her to be the only lady that was uninterested in the pleasantness of a post-coital cuddle and conversation. She just opted for the conversation. "I wish I could stay with you tonight," she said, as she flopped back onto the bed after their third bout of love-making. "I would love that." "I've never slept with anyone other than my husband," she remarked. Began Wynne as he sat up. "I mean actually fallen asleep with. I never stayed overnight with the boyfriends I had before I met him." "Yes, you've told me about this before." "Have I?" A puzzled look crossed Ashleigh's face. "Yes, I asked you about whether you had stayed overnight with one of your lovers when you were conducting your affairs." "Are you sure?" "Very much so. I was surprised that you had not done so. That's why I remember." "No, I had no excuse to stay away from home, you see." "What? Not even concoct a business trip?" Wynne asked. "No, just never did it." "I'm surprised. I really am surprised." "We should, though," she said, tracing a finger down his arm. "I have a couple of trips to Mandover coming up. You do business there, don't you?" I do." "If I give you the dates, why don't you see if you can organise some business down there, and we can stay together for a night, maybe two?" "I would love to do that. That would be excellent," said Wynne. "Cool. I'll message you the dates. You see, I want to spend the night with you properly, away from the city, just you and me. When we are up here together and we are making love, it's like everything else just melts away. I cannot get close enough to you. I want to be lost in you." Wynne smiled and stroked her hair. "If we stay away, then we can go for dinner and go to a bar like a couple without worrying about being seen. Then we will truly be away from here and him." "I understand." "Plus, I need to do it before I go away. Go away? Yes, it's Susanna's wedding. Susanna was the assistant that Wynne had seen in the car park. I didn't know. Yes, it's over in Mexico at the end of the month. How long will you be gone for? 10 days. I know, I have to spend 10 days with him when I'd rather be with you, but I will be thinking of you all of the time. Well, you can't miss her wedding day. You are a good friend of hers. I know, she said. I can't say it thrills me, though, that you'll be spending so much time with him, but he is your husband after all. I know. I wish it was otherwise. I won't be sleeping with him. I try not to think about that happening between you, admitted Wynne. Oh, seriously, I keep making excuses. I thought he was persistent, though. He is, but I have been doing very well at putting him off. Anyway, I wanted to tell you this. I hope it goes fast. I don't want to be away from you. Nor me from you, said Wynne. However, he felt a slight dread form in his stomach. Could this embryonic relationship survive such an absence? Might she see her husband in a better light, on holiday, with all the joy of an accompanying wedding? It would be their first test.